Hey guys, welcome back to Hike Oregon. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my top 15 hikes of 2020. If you are new here, welcome. I make hiking and backpacking vlogs, as well as gear reviews and general tips and tricks videos to help you become a more confident hiker and backpacker. If you enjoy content like that, make sure to click that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified every time I make new video. And if you want more content from me, you can support me over on Patreon, where for as little as just $1, you can get 2 to 3 extra videos a month. Okay, so we all know that 2020 was a little bit of a weird year here in Oregon. From March to May, we had a travel ban, as well as most of the hiking places were shut down. So that kind of hindered a lot of the new hikes that I was looking to do. However, later in the year, I did get to finish the rest of my book research and therefore went on some amazing and incredible hiking trips. These are my favorite 15 hikes that I went on in 2020. I'm going to be starting from number 15 and counting down all the way to my most favorite hike. So these are in order of least favorite to favorite, but I went on over 65 hikes, so these are all like my favorites. It's just out of these 15, there was a little bit more of a favorite. So I'm going from 15, counting down to my most favorite hike of the year.
Potato Hill Snow Park is located off of Highway 126 near Sisters, and the trek to the summit, as well as the Hash Brown Loop, is a total of 7.4 miles and gains 1,390 feet of elevation. This is one of my favorite snowshoe treks because from the summit you get outstanding views of the Cascade Mountains, as well as Santiam Pass, all covered in snow. It is also one of the least busy snow parks, which is nice for people who don't want to brave the massive crowds at nearby Ray Benson on the weekend. Harts Cove is located off of Highway 101 between Lincoln City and Neskowin on the Oregon coast. It is a total of 6.3 miles and gains 1,155 feet of elevation. This hike is really special because it is only open from July 15th through the end of December every year. You walk through a beautiful mossy forest. It has mushrooms, huge ferns, as well as incredible ocean views and a cove where you can see a waterfall going into the ocean. Sea lions play among the rocks, and their barking adds to the perfect coastal atmosphere of this hike. This hike is great in all seasons because it is enjoyable in both sunny and cloudy conditions. Wind Mountain is located off of Lewis and Clark Highway 14 near Carson, Washington. It is a total of 2.3 miles and gains a whopping 1,232 feet of elevation. This is a very sacred hike to the native people, as they still use it for vision quests to this day. From the summit, you can see up and down the Columbia River Gorge, as well as Mount St. Helens peeking out over the hills. This is one of the least trafficked hikes in the Columbia Gorge, which makes it that much more special. Mount McLaughlin is located off of Highway 140 near Klamath Falls in southern Oregon, and the climb to the summit is a total of 9.7 miles and gains 3,650 feet of elevation. Unfortunately, I did this hike during prime wildfire season, and even though days prior there was no smoke, a fire had started close by the night before, and the smoke obscured the amazing views. Summiting Mount McLaughlin is no easy feat, as there is some rock scrambling and route finding involved. This summit had been on my bucket list for a few years, and even through the smoke, it was a spectacular excursion. Lookout Mountain Loop is located off of Highway 35 near Parkdale in northern Oregon. It is a total of 2.8 miles and gains 590 feet of elevation. This easy loop offers incredible views of Mount Hood, Mount Adams, and Mount Jefferson, as well as the flatlands to the east. In July, you will see an abundance of wildflowers in the meadows and a unique rock formation that I have dubbed the Witch's Hat. This is the perfect family-friendly hike for those who are tired of the crowds on hikes that are in closer proximity to Mount Hood. Corrigan Lake is located deep in the heart of the Diamond Peak Wilderness off of Forest Service Road 21 near Oak Ridge. It is a very easy, underrated hike of only 4 miles and gains 600 feet of elevation. This is an excellent fall hike to enjoy on a clear day. There is plenty of camping at the lake, and you have an exquisite view of Diamond Peak. This secluded lake offers solitude, fall colors, and hiking opportunities to nearby lakes as well, so it would be the perfect place to backpack into in late September or early October. Mount Elijah is located off of the Caves Highway 46 near Cave Junction in southern Oregon. The trail is called Bigelow Lakes Loop and is a total of 5.2 miles and gains 1,075 feet of elevation. You will be guaranteed solitude on this hike as it is not well known and is in a very remote area. In June, you will see many wildflower meadows, and the impressive view from the top of Mount Elijah of Mount Shasta is breathtaking. This hike will definitely make you fall in love with southern Oregon. Umbrella Falls via Sahaley Falls Trailhead is located off of Highway 35 near Government Camp. It is a total of 4.6 miles and gains 790 feet of elevation. This trail is lush with bear grass and other beautiful wildflowers in July, leading to Umbrella Falls, which is a 59-foot waterfall that cascades down in a veiling horsetail fashion. Umbrella Falls can be accessed via a much shorter trail, but it is always busy in the summer. The Sahaley Falls Trail offers more solitude, and you will think you are in a fairy tale forest with butterflies and wildflowers surrounding you. Summit Point to Schneider Cabin is located off of Highway 86 near Halfway in eastern Oregon. It is a total of 7.2 miles and gains 1,480 feet of elevation. This hike is not well known and offers some really cool things. At Summit Point, you get to see a fire lookout and an excellent view towards Hell's Canyon. In July, you will get to witness a lupin super bloom along the way to Schneider Cabin. This cabin makes for a great place to stay the night, and the next day you can scramble up to the summit of Cornucopia Peak. This hike is truly an eastern Oregon gem, and if you keep your eyes peeled, you might also see the 230 million year old coral reef along the way. Mount St. Helens Summit Trail is off of Lewis River Road 503 near Cougar, Washington. Climbing to the summit's rim is a total of 8.2 miles and gains 4,470 feet of elevation. This summit hike is not for the faint of heart. It requires some route finding as well as climbing over large, rough boulders. Once you make it past the boulders, the slope is extremely steep, but once you get to the top, you will be amazed at the view. You will see Mount Adams, Mount Rainier, Mount Hood, and Mount Jefferson. We started this hike at dawn and witnessed some beautiful sunrise colors that morning. This was another summit that had been on my summit bucket list for a while, and I was so lucky that even at the end of September, the weather was incredible. Ice Lake is located off of Wallowa Lake Highway 351 near Joseph in eastern Oregon. It is a total of 19.1 miles and gains 5,300 feet of elevation. This hike is best done as a backpacking trip where you take 2 nights to spend at Ice Lake and 1 day to summit Matterhorn and possibly nearby Sacagawea if you have the time. The views of the entire Wallowa mountain range from the summit of Matterhorn are out of this world and will make you think that you are in the Alps and not in Oregon. During the summer months, you will likely see mountain goats, bear, and possibly wolves in the area. Rock Creek Butte Saddle is located off of Granite Hill Road 410 near Sumter in eastern Oregon. This hike is a total of 11.9 miles and gains 3,000 feet of elevation. This is one of the most stunning fall hikes in this part of the state and has some of the coolest views of the Blue Mountains and the Elkhorn Crest. Whether you want to camp at Twin Lakes or just do this as a day hike, you will likely witness lots of mountain goats and have an awesome time exploring the surrounding area. You can even climb Rock Creek Butte, which is the tallest peak in the Blue Mountains. While all of the hikes I did for my book research were great, this one was by far my favorite hike I did this past fall. Kirby Peak is located off of Deer Creek Road near Selma in southern Oregon. It is a total of 6.6 miles and gains a whopping 2,685 feet of elevation. This was my absolute favorite southern Oregon hike that I went on in 2020, and I liked it so much that I named one of my new kittens Kirby after this peak. This hike is not very well known, and in early June you will see some of the coolest wildflowers here that only grow in southern Oregon. When we hiked this trail, we saw a huge rattlesnake that we almost stepped on in the trail. The views from the summit are incredible, and this would definitely be a very special place to watch the sunset. The Diamond Peak Loop starts at Trapper Creek Trailhead, which is located off of Highway 58 near Oak Ridge. It is a total of 36.8 miles and gains 5,820 feet of elevation throughout the loop. This backpacking trip is best done over 3 nights and 4 days so that you can experience the vast beauty of this area. The loop takes you around the entire Diamond Peak Mountain and past many alpine lakes, through thick forests, and past fruit-bearing huckleberry bushes. This area is generally infested with swarms of mosquitoes from June through mid-August, so I recommend not attempting this loop until after that point. The Ray Lakes Loop is located in the Sequoia Kings National Park near Dunlap, California. It is a total of 43.2 miles and gains 7,375 feet of elevation. As soon as I stepped foot in the Sierra Nevada mountains, I knew that this hike would be my favorite hike of the whole year. It not only challenged me physically and mentally, it was honestly the most beautiful scenery that I have ever seen in my entire life. I have never felt that small compared to the mountains and Mother Nature, and even though this trail was very busy, there was a ton of wildlife that we got to see. Everything about this hike, except maybe the thunderstorms, was absolutely incredible. I wrote a very detailed blog post about this trip and my route, and there are lots of pictures on my website.
I hope you enjoyed this video. I make these every year and I put a lot of time and effort into them, making sure that they're informational. If you want to know more info about any of these hikes, most of them are going to be in my guidebook that's coming out in March called Oregon's Best Views. So that info will be in the more info box below. For the hikes that aren't appearing in the book, they are either on my website or will be on the website shortly. And of course, if you have any questions about any of these trails, just comment below and I will be sure to answer your questions. And if you want to keep up on my life and see where I'm currently hiking and backpacking, make sure to follow me over on Instagram. That's where I post my most recent hiking photos. And if you want to hike and backpack here in this amazing state of Oregon, check out my website, hikeoregon.net. and you'll find tons of info there. Thank you so much for watching. Happy 2021, and I will catch you on the next adventure.